Hello, everyone. Welcome to Horizen Weekly Insider number 146. Today is Monday, August 1st, and we are live on Discord and YouTube. Thank you for joining us, and please be aware that this call is being recorded and will be available for you to check out later in our Horizen podcast. Also, please remember to ask your questions for the team on Menti via the link in chat. Today, let's go ahead and kick it off with our engineering department. Welcome, Giacomo.
Hello, thank you. Hello to everybody. So here are the engineering updates for different teams, different sort of works. So let's start with Zendu. Last week, we continued working in the new version of the sidechain defined as feasible. And in particular, we introduced several changes to the mempool validation in order to correctly handle corner cases, mainly due to the fact that we can now have certificates of different epochs in the mempool. Then we extended some tests to handle sidechains on version 2, both non-seizable and seizable ones. And currently we are working on additional tests related to the address indexes and RPC comments. Moreover, but always related to seizable sidechain, last week we completed another round of review for the IP and the description. Then the document is almost we are looking forward to sharing. Then for SDK, last week, another week of achievements. We were able to make a lot of progress in our roadmap to the release of the next Blades version, which will be 0.50. And in particular, what we have been working on is the wallet rescan. Code is complete and now tests are in progress. Also, some network-related findings that came out of code audit we were conducting, where the design to fix is finalized and the code is now completed under review. And other improvements on the network size, like peers persistent base and connected adding info to the connector peers shared between them. Then regarding the fork manager implementation, code is complete, fully done, included changes after some code review. And for the non-seizable sidechain, so SDK is made, the design is reviewed and we proceed with the build in the next sprint. On the other hand, for water EVM sidechain, last week we successfully accomplished milestone for the EVM project. And this is much more than Ethereum. This is a functioning sidechain compatible with Ethereum tools and able to execute all Ethereum compatible smart contracts. It's a big achievement. And so starting from this week, we will be working to the second milestone project and obviously keep you posted on that. Lastly, probabilistic proving system. As part of our ZK EVM implementation strategy, last week we made a deep dive, analyzed various code base in that direction, and then we continued the analysis of PCD, proof carrying data, for recursive proof action, and we started creating a new approach to do incrementally verifiable computation. These are the main points for the week insider. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you. And now let's hand it over to Victor for product and engineering updates.
Victor is enjoying some much deserved time off, so I will jump in here. Hey everyone, John here. Just a quick update on the EVM. I think Giacomo said a lot of this already, but we've achieved, completed our first milestone, which was defined as getting kind of a minimally functional sidechain, EVM sidechain out to reg test. So through all this work, we have redesigned the SDK to be an account model SDK. We have a sidechain that has Ethereum transaction compatibility, generic smart contract processing capabilities, MetaMask and other wallet compatibility. I just hooked my MetaMask up to the sidechain this morning. We have Remix and other developer tool compatibility and compatibility for certain Horizen specific transactions, such as forward and backward transfers. Next steps are really pushing toward milestone 2, which is kind of a full EVM on testnet implementation. And so this is where we'll hook up the block explorer implement fee and gas management, do some performance testing, make optimizations and bug fixes, and then open up the sidechain for public testing ahead of a mainnet launch in the next couple of months. So that's it for the EVM. Wish Victor was here to celebrate in all of the events with you. That's it for me, and I think I'll pass it to Angie.
All right, thank you, John. And yeah, some updates regarding token mint. So we added a very cool feature to Cobalt. For those who still haven't checked that out, you can now send and receive Zen in between your Cobalt wallet. So this is a very great feature that we just added, and this is available now with our latest version 1.4.0. So please check it out. And we are looking forward to continue on this iterative process of just deploying some very cool features. We've also completed the token mint roadmap for Q3, Q4 of 2022 and beginning of 2023. So really putting together the pieces there of the upcoming features. So also very, very exciting on that side. And regarding the NFT MVP on testnet, we are very glad to say that we are working on the environment deployment of testnet currently. And we will also be scheduling some test sessions to make sure that we have the NFT MVP features and functionalities very, very soon. So looking forward for that and really excited. Back to you, Erica. Thanks, everybody.
Very awesome. So now let's bring Lucy on for the marketing updates.
Hello, everyone. Happy August. Very exciting updates from the engineering team. So we all published several new articles on our academy last week. So they cover different blockchain layers like layer zeros and layer ones and layer twos. There's also an article talks about EVM. It explains what an EVM is and how it works and why blockchain networks want to have an EVM. So I highly recommend that you read it if you don't know much about EVM, because as you have just heard that we are going to have an EVM on the Horizen network very, very soon. And you can learn what that means for the broader ecosystem. And also later this week, we will release a sneak peek video of our EVM, and you will see Zen working with MetaMask. So you actually see, our cryptocurrency Zen appear on MetaMask. That's pretty cool. And you also mentioned NFT support on token mint testnet. We are going to also working on releasing an NFT for all ZenCon guests or ZenCon 0 attendees. So that's very exciting. Another reason for you to attend special events like that, because they often get very special and exclusive perks. Lastly, but not the least, our senior product engineering director, Rosario, was recently interviewed by Authority magazine, and the interview just came out last week. She discussed her career journey, how she joined Horizen, her thoughts on recent developments in blockchain, what we are working on, and also some advice for women who wants to enter the blockchain industry. So we have shared a piece on social media, so check it out. That's it from me. Back to you, Erica.
Thank you, Lucy. And now let's welcome Rob for the leadership updates and Q&A session.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so I'm supposed to be on vacation today, but this was too exciting of a week to actually take off and not be here to actually congratulate the team and the community on having our first EVM chain actually dev complete. So this is a huge deal. I know John talked about it in some detail, but guys, this is huge. Like, this is something that Dean and I years ago were not joking around, but musing about and wishing that we could have what we called at the time Zentherium in Horizen. And now we do. I mean, so dev complete, obviously we have a lot of work to do to get this to production on mainnet. You guys know the drill. We know the drill, right? It goes from dev complete to a whole series of testing and audits and everything like that. And we'll definitely keep you guys updated on all of the details as we go forward here. But this is huge. So basically, this effort in itself took about 3 months from design to the delivery point that we are now of actually saying we're dev complete on the first milestone. This included, importantly, completely refactoring the SDK that we had. So the SDK is a tool that allows us to launch blockchains in Horizen, sidechains in Horizen, and it was previously UTXO based. This was just the technology that we were building from, or Boris Prouse, the implementation that we were using, ScoreX under the hood, was all UTXO based. The team, within the last 3 months, had this big mandate. We need Ethereum compatibility, smart contracting in Horizen, and that stack is just based on it's built on an account-based system. So we actually refactored the SDK entirely from UTXO to account-based, and then we integrated an Ethereum virtual machine. And then we got it to actually run as a Horizen sidechain. So huge deal, guys, that we did in 3 months. So what I want to emphasize here is the flexibility and power of Zendu and the sophistication and skill and experience of our team now, so that we can do very important, very complex integrations into our ecosystem in like 3-month order of magnitude. Now, again, dev complete is not production on mainnet. We still have a road ahead of us, but I mean, major milestone. And as a community, as a team, we really should be celebrating this. So this is why I'm not actually on vacation. I'm on vacation, but not exactly on vacation. I had to come here and share this with you guys. It's really just too important not to talk about. So anyway, that's that. And I believe we have a reg test environment for it currently and being pushed to testnet in the coming weeks. So another really important engineering milestone for us. Now, engineering milestone, this is a design milestone. We still haven't done the development for it yet. But you guys know the big power of our ecosystem, the big vision is to have many, many, many blockchains operating in parallel in this ecosystem, which means we need interoperability, right? So the 2 big things that I've been hammering at for the last couple of years, interoperability and compatibility. We're getting compatibility with our EVM chain, and now interoperability is what Zendu is all about, but we're going beyond that. It can't just be interoperability from main chain to a particular sidechain, and a sidechain back to the main chain. We need, and we know we've always needed, sidechain to sidechain interoperability. We've been talking about it for a while, and we finally have a design document in draft, all right? But a draft design document that gives us the sidechain interoperability. So what we're going to get for it, and guys, truly, I believe that this is going to be our big value proposition as an ecosystem, is we get fully provable messaging. We will get a fully provable messaging protocol between chains. Now, we're generalizing, calling this thing a messaging protocol. Specifically, what it's going to give us is digital asset transfer between chains. So this is the ability where if you mint a token on token mint, now I'm using these as 2 examples. Clearly, this is just in the design phase. We still need to do development and integrate the development into the existing products and chains that we're deploying. But the vision here is if you were to mint a token on token mint, you should be able to seamlessly and securely send this token to a smart contract, maybe a liquidity pool on our EVM chain, right? If you were to be, I don't know, a large enterprise company and you wanted to build your own layer 1, and you chose to build your layer 1 with our SDK that gives you an EVM out of the box and maybe a suite of tools along with it, and you have your own token or set of tokens, maybe NFTs in this, this EVM chain that you were to deploy as a Horizen sidechain, you also will have the ability to transfer securely digital assets that you mint on your chain into, say, our community EVM. As an example, right? So the power here cannot be understated, and I truly believe that this will be our long-term value proposition as an ecosystem, because again, I mentioned these magic words, fully provable. So fully provable means we're going to have cryptographic proofs of digital asset transfers between chains. So this is a really big deal in an industry where one of the biggest vulnerabilities is on the bridging technology side. So for us to have native, provable, secure bridging capability within Horizen, really important, really big deal. Okay, so rolling down the list of updates, guys, we do have some really important things on the BD side. A couple of them I'll mention. Now, this is going to be just a little bit of a plug for coming to ZenCon 0, guys, for those of you who can actually swing making the trip to Milan in September. We will be doing a big joint announcement while we're there with a major systems integrator on a go-to-market strategy to tackle the enterprise market. So that little fictional example I gave you of maybe an enterprise spinning up a side chain, like an EVM side chain in Horizen, is something that we want to actually go to market with people who are experienced in the enterprise market. Because, guys, as an ecosystem, we're not. As the public foundation, we're not. And Horizen Labs, truly not yet experienced in the enterprise marketplace. So if we're going to tackle this credibly, we need partners who have been trying to sell blockchain technology to enterprises for years now and bring that expertise, that know-how, those connections, their distribution network, bring that to bear in our ecosystem, and this is what we're doing. So we're going to be doing this big announcement at ZenCon 0, but right now we're working on the actual dotting the I's and crossing the T's, I believe is the way to say it, of getting this deal crafted, and more to come on it. But you can see the big strategy here, guys, is we are going to take this technology and try to sell lots of sidechains. Right? I think everything that we're doing, the core value prop, what's going to make Horizen different, is the fact that we have now a completely decentralized interoperability protocol. You can spin up your own sidechains. Now the sidechains are really important and valuable and useful now with an EVM. And then with this provable sidechain to sidechain messaging and transfer protocol, it makes it very valuable. We're going to be selling this to the enterprise marketplace heavily, or at least trying to, and we'll see where that effort goes. The other BD thing that I want to mention is our community members have, or some of our very active community members, have put us in touch with, I would call it an OG bridge provider, a decentralized bridge provider, and now we're working with them on actually our first bridge once this EVM chain goes live. But we can start work now, especially as we get the EVM chain into testnet. It's exactly what we're going to do, and I'm pretty pumped for that one. So a huge shout out to those community members who made this introduction. And I think as we formalize this project a little bit more, and it's actually underway, we can start naming names, congratulate you guys, and tell the community exactly what we're doing here. Okay, so you also heard some token mint improvements that we mentioned. So I want to just say, guys, that the message here is this is just the new normal for us. You're just going to be hearing about a lot of different things being delivered into production. And you heard one of those things right now, which for me is really cool to know that Cobalt on our sidechain web wallet is now able to do Zen to Zen transfers directly on the sidechain, not have to do this Zen into Cobalt on the sidechain, Zen back out to the main chain. It's nice to actually have the ability to do Zen to Zen transfers directly on the sidechain. So really cool, quick improvement. And you also heard about the NFTs that will be launching soon on Token Mint. This, again, really big deal in the fact that we've finally nailed our processes, or we're in the process of nailing our processes, such that we do deliveries, interim deliveries, we hit milestones, and then we have rapid follow-ups, and we just have a continuous delivery schedule. This is the way it should be done. And when we get a dozen projects that are in constant continuous delivery mode, you're just going to have a constant stream of things actually going to market here in this ecosystem. Speaking of things going to market, have you guys been paying attention to the marketing material around Punks, the new meme token that's going to be, going to be launched within the Horizen ecosystem? I don't want to say too many details of this thing here. It is going to be a completely fun, free, valueless meme token, but to say the design work, the marketing work going around this is just really amazing. So the team's been doing an incredible job, and it gets me excited hearing these words like airdrop and seeing the really cool material being produced around this meme token. So that's all I have here. I want to wrap this up with, again, the CTA ZenCon 0. For those that can actually make it, I know it's a bit of a trek for people. Not everyone lives in Europe or within vicinity of Italy, but we are going to be doing this big, first ever community summit. And for those who can come to Milan, Italy, between the 11th and 13th of September, it would be awesome to see you guys there. We do have a website where you can register to attend. It is, because we're not charging, we're not making money on this. This is truly something that Horizen Labs and ZBF are sponsoring, so that we can showcase what we're doing to the community, actually make some big announcements jointly with partners, just showcase other partners and people that are going to be building in Horizen, and just bring people together to celebrate everything that we've done, really the achievements that we've put together over the last several years, taking this project from a very scrappy cypherpunk oriented community project Zencash to where we are today, where we actually have some real deep, meaningful technology and products that we're getting to market. It's a really big deal. I know I keep saying that. It's a really big deal. That's probably my catchphrase recently, these days, because we're finally in production delivery mode and it feels good. We should celebrate, and it'd be great to have you guys there. So check out the registration, apply, and hopefully we can see you. I'll stop here. We can open it up to any Q&A.
Okay, awesome. So you did kind of answer some of these questions already a little bit, but the
Perfect
top
foresight.
question, exactly. So the top question today is, what is Horizen Labs working on now?
A lot. So probably the most relevant and important stuff is Horizen Labs is the company delivering this EVM for the community. This is really the main focus point for our technology. Is we need to get the core infrastructure to market quickly, so that we can just start spurring the ecosystem growth that's coming. So starting with EVM, getting this to market. I mean, I should say we started with Token Mint. And the continuous improvements on Token Mint, we're continuing to work on. Horizen Labs is going to be delivering the EVM into testnet and production on mainnet. We are going to be doing a variety of important integrations and dApps that we're going to launch to make it a useful ecosystem on day one. We're working on the sidechain to sidechain interoperability protocol. And then we have a suite of very interesting business stuff that's ongoing right now. Some of it in Horizen, others not yet in Horizen, but really important projects and brands that we're working with. Horizen Labs is also building out a guild on the other side, a really cool project, and a bunch of other stuff. Honestly, Horizen Labs is just kind of in overdrive right now, delivering different things, and most of that, at least on the technology side, is geared to making Horizen just a pretty awesome ecosystem. So that's it right now. We do have some other projects that we'll probably be announcing in the near future, and definitely at ZenCon. So guys, come to ZenCon.
Major FOMO about ZenCon this week.
ZenCon. Have I said ZenCon?
Maybe a couple of times. Andrew, if you could share a link to the ZenCon page in chat, that would be amazing as well. The next question is, what is the timeline for EVM?
John, do you want to be brave and come in here and disclose any timelines? Maybe the near-term stuff, most likely.
I was going to say, be brave and not give a timeline, but say that over the next few months, that's okay. Over the next few months, we'll be on testnet, and then hopefully by the end of the year, we should have everything kind of pulled together. But no specifics from me.
Oh boy. Okay. So what I will say is we do have a big dependency milestone in late October, early November, which is the deprecation cycle that we have on the main chain. We will likely go to mainnet with the EVM chain after the deprecation, or for sure we will after the deprecation. It's just how soon will it be immediately following, some weeks following, but it's going to be this year is what we're pushing hard for.
Awesome. Okay, so third and final question is, has the advertised sidechain throughput been proven, or is this an aspirational target?
So if by the sidechain throughput, we mean the big theoretical numbers that we previously put together. We actually benchmarked those with our own simulations. So you say they're definitely order of magnitude. And if you guys remember, what they were was based on certificate side and the size on the main chain, the Blaze SDK throughput, so TPS on that, about 1,000 TPS per Blaze sidechain. We could have something like 1,000 of these chains actually running in parallel as a theoretical upper bound for where we are now. We came up with, I believe it was a 10 million transaction throughput number, wait, so I don't know if those numbers, you guys are hearing my math out loud here. I think it was like 1,000 chains, 1,000 TPS. Or no, 10,000 chains. That's what it was. That's why the numbers aren't working out. So 10,000 chains, 1,000 TPS per chain. Those numbers were actually benchmarked with our own simulations. So we do have confidence in the order of magnitude of those numbers. Now, clearly, until we actually get a bunch of sidechains operating on mainnet, and now we have one token mint, Brave token mint operating on mainnet, we're actually still in the theoretical numbers, but we at least ran sims on them. We at least know our technology reasonably well to say that the order of magnitude is pretty accurate. Now, the next big thing, though, to pay attention to is going to be the EVM throughput. So this is something that we haven't gone public yet with any estimates. So the EVM is going to have a different TPS framework than just the Blaze with the previous UTXO-based chain. So we'll see what the new numbers come up with there.
Okay, great. Well, that is it for our weekly insider today, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we will be back again next Monday with the latest Horizen updates.